Hello, and welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to clear up some confusing pronunciation and learn some important vocabulary. So let's get started. Today we're learning these words: fright, fright, frighten, frightened, and frightening. They're very similar, but they're also different. So let's take a closer look. First, let's look at this word. This word is freight. We use the long A sound like plate and date. Freight. The GH is silent, so again, freight. And what is it? It's cargo. Freight is cargo. Things that you carry. Things that are shipped. That's freight. Example, this is a freight train. It's a freight train because it carries freight. It doesn't carry passengers. It's not a passenger train. It's a freight train because it carries freight. It carries cargo. Let's hear some examples of freight train and freight.
Do you remember a freight train passing by just before the explosion?
Yes.
The explosion was timed to engulf the passing freight train, which means the bomber had to be watching both trains when the call was made.
All right, we were kidnapped, put on a freight train and shipped out here.
It was on its way to China carrying freight when it ran into a dense fog, which ultimately led to its demise.
You rolled over him like a freight train, and he doesn't even know why.
That horse couldn't beat a fat man encased in cement being drugged backwards by a freight train.
Let's practice. Is this a passenger train or a freight train? That's right, this is a freight train. And why is it called a freight train? Does it carry freight? That's right, it carries freight. You can say freight or you can say freight. Normally we use a stop T at the end. Freight. Put your tongue up and stop the air. Freight. It's a freight train because it carries freight. And this word is fright. We use a long I like might and light and right. The pronunciation is fright. And fright is a noun. It's something that scares you. That is a fright. It's countable, so we use a fright. Example, I can say, it gave me such a fright. But this is more used in British English. People say, it gave me such a fright. It scared me. But it's common to use the word fright like this: stage fright. This is the most common use of fright in American English. Stage fright. It's when you're scared of doing something in front of other people. For example, on a stage, you have stage fright. You're scared of performing or speaking in public or doing anything in front of somebody. You can use stage fright. Example, he's on a stage and he's scared. So he has stage fright. Let's hear some examples.
My assistant, Scotty, got stage fright. Now he doesn't want to do the show.
It's not because I got stage fright. It's because some creature from beyond doesn't want me to do the show. Now, gang, wait!
I'm having horrible stage fright.
I had to pee in that cell urinal in front of people, and I get stage fright.
Huh? No, sir. We were just...
What you stuttering for? You got stage fright already? Huh?
You don't understand. I get stage fright.
Maybe Alice got stage fright. Maybe she won't show.
Not Olive.
So example, he's on stage and he's scared. So I can say he has stage fright. Let's practice. Is he on stage? That's right, he's on stage. Is he scared? That's right, he's scared. Does he have stage fright? That's right, he has stage fright. Now we can change the word fright to a verb by putting en at the end. This is a verb, frighten. Frighten. You can say frighten, but in America, we don't. We say frighten. We make the stop T, put your tongue up, fright, and go directly to the end sound. Frighten is a verb. It means to scare. To scare you is to frighten you. Let's hear some examples of the word frighten with American pronunciation.
And perhaps what we think we know of this world is false information.
Time travel does not frighten me, sir, because it's not possible.
Do I frighten you?
Didn't mean to frighten you, but I rang the front doorbell and there was no answer.
Guns frighten me.
What's the good of being a ghost if you can't frighten people away?
Honey.
No, I'm not putting up with this.
I didn't mean to frighten you.
Example, she's scared of the storm. But it's just a little thunder. She shouldn't let it frighten her. Using the verb frighten. She shouldn't let it frighten her. It's just a little thunder. Let's practice. It's just a little thunder. Should she let it frighten her? That's right. She shouldn't let it frighten her. It's just a little thunder. Everything's going to be okay. She shouldn't be frightened. Frightened is the adjective. It's like scared, afraid, frightened. We hear the pronunciation, not frightened, but frightened. Make the stop T and go directly to the N. Frightened. Then the D at the end. She shouldn't be frightened. It's just a little thunder. Let's practice. It's just a little thunder. Should she be frightened? That's right. It's just a little thunder. She shouldn't be frightened. Everything's going to be okay. So frightened is the adjective. It's the description. When you feel the emotion. It's like scared. Very scared. She is frightened. Or in the past, I can say she was frightened. Let's hear some examples of the word frightened with American pronunciation.
I knew he was frightened, but this is crazy.
You see, as a youngster, I was frightened of the dark, and I used to wake up sobbing in it as if it was water, and I was drowning in it.
Suddenly, something happened. I was frightened.
She had so much courage to be so strong when she was frightened, to demand her own way.
She was frightened, the ears started to charge her, and then...
I was frightened to come, but I never thought this would happen.
Example, she was very scared, so I can say she was frightened to death. She was frightened to death. That means she was really, really scared. She was frightened to death because of the storm. Let's practice. Was she frightened to death? That's right, she was frightened to death. And why was she frightened to death? Was she frightened to death because of the storm? That's right, she was frightened to death because of the storm. Now let's talk about this word. This word is frightening. Again, we don't say frightening, we say frightening in American pronunciation. Do the stop T, fright, go directly to the N. Frightening, plus the ing sound. Frightening is an adjective describing something that's scary, something that scares you, something that frightens you. That is something frightening. Let's hear some examples of the adjective frightening.
Something frightening and evil, and I think it will affect all our lives.
That was a frightening woman.
Are you in one of your moods today, baby?
You wouldn't think it would be so frightening. It's strange that we find it so frightening.
I know I should have, but the whole thing was so frightening, I didn't.
Because it was a way of expressing something that was frightening to them.
It was frightening. Well, I did, but it was frightening.
Example, she thought the storm was frightening. The idea, she thought the storm was very scary. She thought the storm was frightening. She was frightened to death because of the storm. Let's practice. Did she think the storm was frightening? That's right, she thought the storm was frightening. Was she frightened to death? That's right, she was frightened to death. So we see the word freight has the long A sound, like plate and date, freight. And we have fright that has a long I sound, like might and night, fright. But now let's look at these words. Frighten, frightened, and frightening. They all have the difficult pronunciation of frighten, doing the stop T plus the N. Frighten, frightened, and frightening. Keep watching to practice more with this difficult pronunciation and to find out when we use it. Now let's practice with another sound. When you have T-E-N, T-O-N, or T-A-I-N at the end of the word, and the syllable is not stressed, the T makes a different sound. We have to make a stop T and link it to the N. Example, kitten. You can say kitten, but most people say kitten. You do the stop T Kit. You don't release, and then you fall to an N. Kit. When you make the stop T, the tongue is up, almost in the N position, so you don't have to change much. Kit. Kitten. But don't say kitten. I cannot pronounce these T's as a fast D. I cannot say kitten. It's kitten, or more commonly, kitten.
No, I want a kitten.
We'll get a kitten.
I do notice you have a kitten hidden in your purse. Were you hiding?
I feel weak as a kitten. God.
Other examples. These are mittens. Mittens, more commonly, mittens. Mittens. They're not gloves because they don't have fingers. They're called mittens.
I think I asked my mom for a pretty pair of mittens, and she made them for me. With all the...
Earned her living by knitting rabbit wool mittens and muffatees.
There's a nice scarf and some mittens in here.
Did you already lose the mittens that I got you?
Other example, written. Written. So you can say written or written. Written is more common. Just don't say written. It's written. Let's look at some examples that end with T-O-N. Example, cotton. Cotton.
But did you know how happy I was to escape from Charleston? From a world of slaves and corsets and cotton.
He picked cotton in Mississippi, you told me 100 times.
Now you out here picking cotton like the rest of them.
Step up and get your cotton candy.
Like cotton candy.
Button. Button. Not button, it's button. Stop T and fall to the N. Button.
Push a button and end up in Canada or something.
Ting-a-ling! I push a button, and all 5 level control centers are notified at the same time you are.
Between us, we don't have the brains to push a button.
In a week, all we'd have to do is push a button. We'd be turning out 100 cars a day.
I mean, how can anyone be serious about anything when some moron can steal a bomb or push a button and nuke us all until our shadows glow?
Carton. Carton. This is a milk carton. Carton. Now let's practice with some words ending in T-A-I-N. Example, certain. Certain. You can say certain or certain, but don't say certain. It's certain.
What makes you certain that your husband is, involved with someone?
I think we can be pretty certain that Bourne's not your source then.
I had to be certain that you were a decent man, kind.
I know things. I'm certain that you know things.
Are you absolutely certain that you understood the gentleman's question?
And I'm not certain that you really understand this trade.
Example, mountain. Mountain. You can say mountain or mountain.
This Grail tablet speaks of deserts and mountains and canyons.
Mountains and the trees and the sea and the breeze.
See all the mountains and the surfers.
Though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not love, I am nothing.
Antonius, with our best troops crushed in the mountains and the rebels marching on us as we speak, what did we celebrate?
Fountain. Fountain. You can say fountain or fountain. Both are fine.
And then I swim in the fountain all afternoon.
I was thinking about a chocolate fondue fountain right there.
That's a fountain of conversation, man.
Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.